Hi friends, come join me as I show you how I decorated my basement for Christmas. Alright friends, we're going to start our basement tour down in my vintage room. I did a how I did this room for under $100 video, and I will link that for you if you've not seen it. This is a relatively new remake of this room just within the last couple of months. And so I wanted to definitely decorate it for Christmas, and I apologize about the lighting. We have these types of lights in here, and this one is out and it just flickers, so I had to just shut the lights off, and I'm just going with my camera flash, so the light that's on my camera. So let's just come up close and I will show you what I did on this little bookshelf. This is the topiary that I did, and I will also link that video for you if you haven't seen it. And then down here I have these cute little Christmas ornaments that I picked up at Walmart this year. As you can tell, I am trying to stick with the vintage theme in this room. So we have the vintage red truck, the vintage TV, that I think is absolutely adorable, and the vintage camper. And then I picked up this little bitty Christmas tree and I have it decorated. I went with gold and red. I have basically gold and red theme throughout my house this year. I've got the little burlap bows. And I've got these adorable little owls. And then just some gold and red balls. That's how I have this little 3-foot tree decorated. And then here is just a night light. That's a flickering candle with the little holly berry on it. And then over here on my vintage candy machines, I just have a Snoopy and Woodstock. I'll play it for you for a little bit. He makes a funny noise because his gears are going out, but Snoopy and Woodstock are most definitely vintage. And then down here I have this angel. This was in my father-in-law's house, and it was very dirty when I found it, and so I cleaned it up, and she still works. I have no idea how old she is, but she's definitely vintage, and so I have her in the vintage room as well. And then over in my vintage armchair I have it's just very simple, a red blanket and a snowman face pillow. And that's how I decorated my vintage room for Christmas. Now let's move on to the family room. So as we walk into the family room, you'll see my blanket chest. I picked this up at a garage sale a long time ago, and I think I paid $8 for it, and I absolutely love it. But on there you will see some more of my snowman and Santas. And then up on this wall we have a couple of pictures that are just very festive. And then on this corner is my Christmas tree. And as I said, I will be doing a separate video on my Christmas trees, so be watching for that. Over here on my couch, I really don't have a whole lot except for this quilt that I made and I bring out at Christmas time. And then on this shelf above are some more of my snowmen. On the end tables I have these tea towels that have snowmen on them, some festive tissues, and some more of the Hallmark animated snowmen. This is the other table on the other side of the couch. And then here on my chair I just have a fleece blanket. On the coffee table I have table covering that I made. And another one of those animated snowmen. Should I have this one? I used to collect all of, every year I would get a new animated snowman, but this last year our Hallmark store went out of business. So my collecting days are over for those. On either side I have some printables that I just printed off of the computer that are very vintage looking. I actually saw this image on my Facebook feed. One of my friends had posted it, and I just thought she was so adorable that I just copied her and printed it off. And then the image that I have on the other side is this very vintage looking deer in a winterscape. And I thought that deer was just the cutest little thing ever. And so that's what I have printed off on the other side. This basket was the free gift that I got at the kitchen store on Small Business Saturday. I will link that video for you. And I just put these darling little stuffed moose. Mr. and Mrs. Moose are in that basket. Then on my hutch, I have the Christmas Trash to Treasure project that I did. I will link that video as well if you haven't seen that. Down on this ledge, I have some figurines of a kookaburra and a platypus that my friend Carolyn from Australia sent me. On the top of my entertainment center, I have one of those wooden chargers that I used for Thanksgiving dinner, and on it I put this hurricane lamp candle holder, I guess you would call it, and I have a flameless candle inside of it that's battery operated, and I just put some pretty little decorations around it to make it look very festive. And then down here I have a couple more of my snowmen, and then on this wall I have a wall hanging quilt that I made, and right underneath of it I have this blanket chest I just recently picked up at a at a barn sale, I guess you would call it, and on top of it I have my Christmas village. I've collected these pieces over the years. And the thing about this church that I really, really love is it's called Grace Church, and that is the name of the church that I attend. It's a coincidence, but I thought it was a happy coincidence. And then I've got this Harrington's clock shop, and you can see what's going on inside the window. We have some busy shoppers. We have people in an old truck that went and got their Christmas tree, and then we've got someone who's in a wagon that also, it's actually they're taking Christmas trees to the stores. We've got our Salvation Army band and carolers singing here by the ice skating rink. Of course, we've got wonderful snow and Christmas trees, and we've got a couple stealing a kiss under the mistletoe. I hope you enjoyed this tour of my basement and how I decorated it for Christmas this year. If you haven't seen how I decorated my upstairs, I will link that video for you in the corner. Thanks a lot for watching, friends, and have a very Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.